Hi there, this is Mike Mendiola, president of Mendiola Transaxles. This is our third video. And in this video what we're going to do is we're going to cover the concept and functionality of a sequential gearbox. This naturally will be one of ours because it's a transaxle based system. Sequentials sometimes get a bad rap. They're real voodoo. You can't fix them. They're very expensive, they're kind of finicky. None of that is true. We're basically going to show you how this thing works. Versus an H pattern is still functional. They don't shift anywhere near as quick as an inline box does. I'm going to call it a ratchet gearbox. I'm an old guy, that's what I call things. I'm just used to that. There's a magic part in a ratchet box, and it's called a shift drum. There's a number of different ways that you can build a ratchet style box, literally hundreds of ways. I'll give you an example. This is the shift drum. This is a shift drum out of an S5R. This is our road race version of the S5, which is an off-road box. There are some changes in this, but from a basic functional standpoint, they're pretty much the same. In this drum, you see that I have three segments in this drum. Each one of these has a cam groove CNC'd into it, all three of them. These cam grooves are a mirrored image of each one. Okay, there's a ratchet system on the back of this. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, what the ratchet system does, if you're in the vehicle, instead of doing the H pattern, trying to stir and find a gear, all you're going to merely do is pull back. Now, that's the prime 99% of the cars that are built. You pull back to go up, 2, 3, 4, 5. You push forward to go down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Some guys upshift pushing down. I don't know why. I don't get it. I can't do it, but some guys do that. But if you'll notice, I'm just going straight back and forward. I'm not having to stir the box in this H pattern and look for a gear. I don't have to worry about that. If there's an issue with an H pattern dog ring, is the downshift. And it's always the downshift from 3 to 2. Okay, guys always miss it. That's the toughest shift to do. Once you've done it for 10, 15 hours, you're probably going to be okay. The upshift's a piece of cake. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, downshift, 3, 2, 1. But again, a ratchet gets away from all that. It's much easier to do. Now, one thing that you've got to have with a ratchet style box is a digital readout. If I'm shifting an old Muncie here, I can pretty much look down and find out what gear I'm in, second, third, fourth, first. You don't get that in a ratchet box. Your shifter that's in the vehicle has to reload itself. It comes back to the same position every time. So if you're really not sure, man, where am I? Am I second or third? There is a drawback to a sequential, and it's a pretty serious one, is because you're inline shifting and you're utilizing the drum to get that shifting drum, get that drum to shift rather, we're going to put this groove in here. This is what the fork does. All right. If you'll see, I've got cam groove. I have a dowel pin on the shift fork. This is an older part, but it'll facsimile it pretty well. That's where it goes. As I rotate this drum, this fork groove moves linearly. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many forward speeds you have, both up and down. Well, the drawback to that is, let's say I'm racing. I'm in second place. I'm doing really well. We got 2 laps left. I make a 2-3 transition, but I come back into the throttle a little bit quicker than I usually do. I tip load the dog ring in the faceplate, and I blow it off. It won't stay in third gear anymore. Again, I've got 2 laps left. I'm sweating. I got a chance to win this thing. The problem with the sequential ratchet style unit, if I want to go to 4th gear, I still have to go through 3rd gear, the gear that's hurt. One benefit that an H pattern does have is you can kick it into neutral. Okay, where do I want to go from here? And grab that gear, whatever it might be, either up or down. You cannot do that with a ratchet shift box. If you've got a hurt part, primarily a gear, you've got to go through it to get to the next one, either up or down. It's not much of a benefit. As long as you haven't blown the teeth off the gear, the actual driving members, you're probably going to be okay. If you just rounded off the dog on the faceplate, not that big a deal. You'll just swim through it. It's going to cost you a little bit of time. In a ratchet style unit, once you get really good at that, you'll never go back to an H-pattern transmission, I'll tell you that right now. The guys that I have from years and years, almost 50 years of off-road racing, the fellows that run this never use the clutch. The clutch is used to clear a checkpoint. Whenever the vehicle comes to a stop, you've got to ratchet down neutral, grab first again, away you go. Again, good guys, that's the last time that you will ever see that clutch. If you're really good at it, you hardly ever hurt the dog ring or the faceplate. You know, you make a full system shift, and like anything else, you know, you want to make that full stroke shift. You don't want something that's, you know, I'm getting a little bit of tired, you're going to tip load that faceplate, bang, she's gone. And like any other transmission that's in a race car, it's not the cheapest thing to fix. It's not that tough. This is, again, not black magic. It's pretty simple, Simon, operation. We do have an S5Rs that we're selling to streetcar people now. It's kind of like buying an old 40 Willys with the blower in it, you know, back in the 60s and 70s. Guys like the noise and the whine of the Gilmore belt on the blower. We're finding out we didn't think guys would like the whine of a spur gear in the transmission. They went ape for it. Some guys don't like it, and if you're doing heavy cruising and if you're going to go a long way, we can make you a helical fifth gear of your choice or of your ratio. We do have a new unit coming out that's called the S6R. The S6R in a 3,000-pound platform will easily handle 15 to 1,800 horsepower. This is designed specifically for standing mile and standing half-mile cars with a lot of horsepower. You know, 4 and 5 years ago, we continued to get calls. Hey, Mike, I've got, you know, dual hair dryers and I'm making 1,200. Yeah, okay. Well, now when they call, they actually mean it. They do have that type of motor. We've gotten a lot of calls from guys. Hey, Mike, do you have anything for 1,000 plus horsepower? At that point, we really didn't. It was the S5R, and that was pretty much it. We have the HD4, which is for trophy truck and huge. It'll handle 1,500 horsepower in a trophy truck without even trying hard. But again, it's trophy truck. It's 300 pounds. That's not what you want to put in your street car. The system itself, we've got a new shift system coming out. I'm meeting with the co-venturee this month, and we're going to have full flat shift in both race cars and street cars. In a nutshell, full flat shift is absolutely no clutch once the vehicle's underway. Up or down, downshift will have either an electronic or an air throttle gripper to match shaft speeds coming down. Going up, it's just a control and ignition function, but we've had some units for a fact that will upshift in about 35 milliseconds to about 45, which is pretty quick. It'll come down not quite as fast. The downshift will be probably 50 to 75 milliseconds, and these are also street usable. 100% laptopable, shift windows up or down, lag, spark, I mean just about anything that you want, and it's going to be really, really cost effective. You know, some of the pure race car systems, they get a little carried away, they're getting really expensive. We're looking to have the entire system, software, hardware, all laptopable for under $5 grand, and we think that that's a pretty good system. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that you got enough information for it. A lot of times I don't cover enough. You know, if you want more info, by all means jump on email, Mike Mendiola, Mike@MendiolaTransaxles.com, sorry. And that concludes this video.